I have a little brain teaser for you. Which of the following sentences you will say is correct? Juan fue muy amable or Juan era muy amable. Here is the twist. Both options are correct depending on your intention. In this video, I'm going to teach you what's the difference between fue and era. I'm also going to provide you some real situations where you have to use each one of these past forms, and I'm going to give you a quiz so you can test your knowledge with these words. Hi everyone, this is Daniela from Tell Me in Spanish y estoy aquí para ayudarles a hablar español de forma más natural. You see, fue and era, they both come from the verb ser. They are both past forms. However, one is the preterite form and the other one is the imperfect. This is one of my favorite topics, so let's start. What about fue? Fue is the preterite form of ser, and you can think about it as a time marker. This is a calendar. It helps you point out exactly when an action happened. So this tense refers to finished actions in the past. You're going to use it to talk about past events that occurred or finished at a specific moment in time, about a person's behavior at a specific moment in time, and about professions or roles at a specific moment in time. I think you get it. The keyword here is specific and complete actions. Let me give you some examples. Mi jefa fue muy comprensiva. My boss was very understanding. I don't know what happened. I just forgot the deadline and she was very understanding. This was a specific occurrence. I forgot the job and she was very cool about it. El concierto fue ayer. The concert was yesterday. Yesterday is a very specific word. Ella fue mi maestra en la primaria. She was my teacher on elementary school. I mean, I know I look young, but I was in primary school or elementary school a while ago. This is way over. Su cumpleaños fue la semana pasada. Her birthday was last week. And you didn't tell me. I totally forgot. Check that in here we have la semana pasada. La semana pasada is a very specific moment in time. As you can see, the preterite or fue, you're going to use the preterite form of ser to talk about actions that happened at a specific moment or that are completely finished. Now, time markers that you can use with this tense are ayer, la semana pasada, el mes pasado, hace 2 semanas, things that help you pinpoint something very specifically. Now, this is key. Do not confuse time markers with something mandatory. No, these words are to help you. In some cases, you might not even need them or use them. For example, mi jefa fue muy comprensiva. I don't have any of these time markers in this sentence. However, it's very clear that I'm implying that she was very understanding at that moment, okay? As a reminder, don't forget that fue is the conjugation for the third person singular. Also, ser and ir share the same conjugation. So be careful with this, and I'm going to leave you a link on the description so you can check how to identify if you're talking about ser or ir in the preterite tense. Okay, that's great, but what about era? Well, era is the imperfect form of ser. You can think about era as a storyteller. And like a good storyteller, era is going to give you a lot of background information, a lot of details about the past. This information is cool, but it's not as specific as the preterite. Let me show you. You're going to use the imperfect or era, specifically era, you're going to use era to talk about the time, to tell the time in the past. you're going to use it to describe habits or ongoing actions. I think habits is a little bit more clear. You are also going to use era to describe how something or someone used to be in the past. Let me give you examples. Mi primera jefa era muy comprensiva. My first boss was very understanding. No matter what I did, she was always like this. This is the way she used to be all the time, okay? Compare this example versus mi jefa fue muy comprensiva. This means that I just caught her on a good day. In this case, she was always like this, okay? Second example. Eran las 2 cuando llegaste. It was 2 when you arrived. Oh, you arrived a little bit late. Third example. Todas las clases de baile eran en la mañana. All the dancing classes were in the morning. That's why I never learned how to dance. The fourth example. El papá de Cindy era doctor. Cindy's dad was a doctor. Check that in this case, I'm just giving you a little bit of context, some details about the past, okay? And in here, yes, en la mañana is, you can think that it's a precise time marker, but I'm actually just telling you how things used to be. I'm just explaining that those dancing classes used to happen every day in the morning, okay? So, wait a minute. You said that we can use the preterite to talk about professions. So what's the difference between saying fue doctor versus era doctor? That's a great question. Fue doctor, we usually apply it when we have a specific amount of time. Fue doctor por 10 años. He was a doctor during 10 years. Era doctor, like this example, el papá de Cindy era doctor, we use it when we simply don't know or we don't want to say the specific amount of time a person was committed to that profession, okay? Another tricky question for you. El concierto fue a las 9. What's going on? You said that time was with the imperfect. Yes, I did say that telling time was with the imperfect tense. However, check that in this case, fue a las 9. I'm using the preterite form because I'm talking about a specific action. I'm just talking about one concert, okay? I'm not talking about habits or routine. If I had a series of concerts for a long period of time in the past, I could say los conciertos eran a las 9 because that was a recurring action. This one over here, el concierto fue a las 9, refers to something specific, okay? So now that you understand the difference between fue and era, I'm going to give you a small quiz just so you can test your knowledge. Your job is going to be very simple. You're going to complete 5 sentences choosing the correct form. Let's start. Number 1. Ayer, el, blank, muy amable. Number 2. De niño, yo, blank, muy tímido. Number 3. Blank, la 1, cuando Juan llegó. Number 4. Los perros de Luis, blank, muy grandes. This is the only one where you're going to use a plural form, okay? Number 5. Cuando lo operaron, mi hermano, blank, muy valiente. Leave your answers in the comments and I'm going to give you feedback if you need it. Before I finish this video, I want to give you some additional resources just in case you need to go a little bit deeper into this topic. The first one is this same lesson, just in Spanish. That way you get to practice your listening and comprehension. The second one is a guide on the difference between the preterite and the imperfect. You're going to find real-life situations, and I'm going to tell you which tense you need to apply in each case. So check this guide. The third resource is a guide with the uses of the verb ser. Just in case you're still struggling with this verb, in this guide, you're going to find common situations where you need to use ser. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!